evening, everyone, and thanks for watching Lehigh Valley Sports Scene. I'm Cassie Schmidt, and we've got a fun show tonight to finish out this week. It's the first official day of spring sports as action kicks off on the volleyball court as well as the lacrosse field. A little later on, we've got a great story from Gwen about our food tasting over at Coca-Cola Park. We also check in on the Phantoms, but first, we start tonight's show off with some boys volleyball. Specifically with the Whitehall boys volleyball team, who is back in action tonight against the Parkland Trojans to start its 2022 season. The Zephyrs fell short last year with early exits in both the EPC tournament as well as the district tournament, where Whitehall lost to the eventual champs Parkland in the semifinal round. And while this team has lost some key all-state players from last year's squad, the returning group is sure to make some noise within a very tough conference. Gwen Begley has more on the 2022 Zeffs.
Matt Lisicki and Connor Fenstermaker are just a couple names the Zephyrs will miss this season. However, some newcomers are expected to not just fill those vacancies, but to thrive in them.
Losing 5 seniors last year, it's tough to do that. Luckily, we were able to replace them, so that's a good thing. Losing Matt on the outside, Connor Fenstermaker, an all-stater in the middle. Nick Rex, a really good setter for us. That's something we got to do. Hunter Pinky was a 4-year starter in the middle. So those are things that we got to replace. I think we are doing a good job of that. Tori Tyson back as an outside this year. Jack Cucker, a sophomore, going to fill the roles of those guys that are not here. So we're looking at those guys for leadership roles and being some offense. Our setter's young, so we're working through some kinks there.
Coming into this 2022 season, Whitehall is ranked 6th by the Pennsylvania Volleyball Coaches Association, otherwise known as the PVCA. There's only one other Lehigh Valley team listed on the rankings, and that's Parkland at number 9. But the way the Zephyrs got there is the work they put in the off-season and the fact that this entire team showed up to better themselves each and every day.
Well, I mean, we were one of the few teams that had like a AAU team with the club season that had our whole high school team on it. So it wasn't like kids from all over the place. It was just a Whitehall team, so that helped us a lot. And that was mainly how we got the high ranking, because most other teams have other people like from other schools, and they can't really rank that.
We did pretty well in the off season. We run our offense 4-1-5. It's nothing special. We're coming at you, and you got to try to stop us. And I think that's what we're going to be doing. And our defense is always our staple. We'll put the ball up, hopefully that we can make less mistakes than the other team.
No time to waste for the Zephyrs. They will be tested early against Parkland to kick off their 2022 campaign.
Last year we started off 0-1, but it was still whatever. Like, that's what we needed, a test at the beginning. You don't want to just walk through. It's definitely fun to have a test at the beginning of the season.
We love it. Some teams might say, oh man, we got a tough one to start. That's okay for us. We want to see where we are right away. Win or lose, I'm more concerned about where are we as a team. That chemistry from last year to this year is something that we really have been working on, and the leadership has to come from them, not from us as coaches. So really working on that. I want to see that on Friday.
At Whitehall High School, I'm Gwen Begley for the Service Electric Network.
Certainly will be tested right out of the gates. Now, beyond that big Parkland matchup that is tonight, some other must-see matches for the Zephyrs includes their first meeting with Emmaus. That will be on April the 4th. While the Zeffs would handle the Hornets during the regular season last year, Emmaus would get the win over Whitehall in the EPC semis. Another big test for the Zeffs will be Liberty, then on April the 12th. That would be part of a tough stretch where they will also see Becca, Nazareth, and Freedom in 4 matches. And then finally, a May 4th matchup against Northampton, also circled on the calendar, probably for both Whitehall and Northampton. That will also be their final regular season match of the season before the start of EPCs on May the 9th.